Hi, I'm Hans de Linier, your EMEA evangelist for Veeam Software, and today I am joined by Alec King, the king of Veeam. Alec, why don't you introduce yourself first? Who are you and what do you do here?
Certainly, thank you, Hans. Hello everybody, my name is Alec King. I'm Director of Product Management here at Veeam, with responsibility for the Veeam Management Pack and Smart Plugin, our enterprise monitoring solutions for VMware.
Okay, so Alec, tell me a little bit more about yourself. How long are you at Veeam? How did you come here? And
Certainly, okay. Historically, I came from the customer side of the fence. I worked in large organizations building and deploying monitoring solutions. Then in around 2007, I made the jump. I moved to a little company called NWorks, who were doing a smart plugin for HP OpenView for VMware. They wanted to expand into Microsoft Operations Manager, then MOM 2005. I had expertise in that system. They hired me to build that, so I jumped at that point from the customer side, if you like, to the development side. And 18 months later, NWorks were acquired by Veeam Software, and the rest is history.
So you actually got acquired by Veeam by being acquired through NWorks?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, Alec, why a management pack? Tell me about that. Why? What is Operations Manager? What is now? It's called SCOM, of course, System Center Operations Manager, and now it's also only in an entire suite. But tell me a little bit more about why do you need in an enterprise environment a System Center Operations Manager? What's the benefit of that? And the second question after that, why adding third-party management packs in that?
Okay, sure. So the reason organizations would buy something like a framework, a monitoring framework, like System Center, is to get all the benefits of bringing together monitoring and management and reporting and automation and getting more efficient processes that way by having it all in one place. By the network operations guys having one console to look at to see data from all the diverse different technologies that they rely on to keep the business running.
How would they do that today without a framework?
Well, without a framework, you'd be stuck in the world of what we call point solutions, which are monitoring tools also, but they address maybe one specific area, one narrow area. Like they monitor only Exchange, or they monitor only SQL, or they monitor only VMware.
So having everything in one dashboard with multiple options, that's the whole point of a framework.
Yeah, it's more efficient.
Even worse, you could be event log digging if you don't have a framework.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid you should have to go and just manually dig.
Okay. So I get the point of a framework where you have all events and history also together in a single view. But you do have already, it is an extensive framework by itself. Why adding in a third-party plugin in that framework? What's the benefit of having a third-party framework management pack like we are offering?
Well, the System Center natively, Microsoft's framework, is really best of breed at the Microsoft environments, Microsoft applications, at Windows OS, Exchange, SQL, all of that stuff, Active Directory. But Microsoft is a great company to partner with, and they promote a very healthy ecosystem around System Center. And other companies such as Veeam, with our domain expertise in virtualization, can build plugins. It's a very extensible framework in System Center. It's very flexible and rich the way we can plug the data in and bring our expertise to System Center, and again, let companies get that value of integrating everything in one place.
So we're adding things beyond the Microsoft software event logging issue.
Exactly.
What are we adding? What would you miss not having the plugin?
Oh, you would miss something like 5-8 years experience in VMware. I've been building this management pack since Virtual Center version 1, ESX version 2. Since those days we've been researching, digging, deploying this to customers, getting feedback, And we really do know what are the important events, the important metrics, what's the good stuff to surface in a dashboard, what's useful when you're trying to monitor the health of a VMware environment, and also how best to integrate that into System Center. Again, where those applications live, where those virtualized systems live, and letting customers bring VMware in there and connect up all those dependencies.
Okay, so you bring the view that normally only the VMware team has. Do you bring that together with the administrators that do see everything in the regular operations environments, the applications and the operating systems that are running on top of that VMware? That's the whole, okay.
Exactly, from the app to the metal.
Great, yeah. So you wouldn't see the metal part on a VMware environment if you're only doing loggings, what's happened inside an operating system of a guest. That's the whole point.
Yeah, System Center, I mean, Operations Manager's native standard method, if you like, is to put an agent inside a virtual machine, and it can see the applications, the services, the Windows OS itself. And in the old days, before virtualization, that was enough, because that server ran on its own hardware.
Yes.
The agent could see the hardware too, it could see the network connections, it could see the disks, and you could bring all that information.
But now it's virtual hardware.
But now it's virtual hardware. Now there's an interrupt between that virtual machine and the agent there, and the actual hardware, the shared storage and networking. All of the stuff where VMware vSphere is running is invisible to that agent. And that's what we bring.
Okay, great. So now we're here at our own kickoff. We're the last week of January. We are in Russia, in our Saint Petersburg headquarters. And yesterday we had some presentations on the new management pack that is coming out. So why do our customers need to buy Veeam Management Pack? And what are we adding now in the Veeam Management 6 that is coming out pretty soon now?
Yes.
Give me some more insights on the added value of the MP6
Gladly.
towards the previous one and the added value of being a Veeam Management Pack. What do we do more than someone else?
Well, we've got that baked-in VMware expertise, like I said, and the System Center expertise as well. I've worked in System Center since MOM 2000, which, as the name implies, was 13 years ago now. And what's coming new in version 6 will continue to do the great job of real-time monitoring and alerting and surfacing that critical information for the health of VMware. The big new feature of V6, I think, would be capacity planning, which is built on the same data we're collecting, the rich set of metrics that we get from the VMware environment. But it's a different take on it. It's not just the real-time health. It's being more proactive. It's planning, forecasting, modeling. Now that organizations have virtualized, they've got the benefits of consolidating onto fewer physical servers. But now they have a management challenge. Now they've got a very fluid environment, very dynamic. It's almost too easy to add virtual machines. You need to take control of that. And you need to also know, how many more machines can I fit on this cluster? When is this storage going to run out?
Yes. And when do I need more budgets?
Yes. When do I need to order more hardware? You don't want to get an alert on the day and realize you need some more storage space.
Yes.
You need to plan ahead for that. And we take that historical data, we trend it to the future. We allow modeling and prediction on that and give customers that information.
So we have a graphical view of the organic growth of an environment. So you can predict more or less, if nothing extremely happens, you could predict that storage is going to be out of space in a month or in 2 months' time.
Yep, storage space, storage performance, cluster, CPU and memory as well. And these are pretty sophisticated reports. We do have certain tolerances, and we have best case, worst case. We give you all the details to know the range that you're working inside.
Right.
And I think that's the really big new feature of V6. That's critical information. I could talk about it all day. There's a lot more stuff in there.
Absolutely.
Capacity planning is probably the big one.
Capacity planning, that's a good one to add on. There's one specific thing that I still wonder is that there's already some kind of VMware integration in System Center. There are other management packs that might exist on on the market. Why would you want to buy a Veeam Management Pack? Except now maybe for the capacity planning that others probably won't have. What do we have more? What adds Veeam Management Pack more than any other?
So, okay, other options for integration. Like I said, System Center is a very flexible and open framework. There's the possibility to write your own integrations for whatever kind of custom data you want to gather. There are other companies out there who might do plugins with various levels of capability. And even natively in System Center 2012, you can bring VMware into System Center by connecting it to virtual machine.
Yeah, so why add a Veeam Management Pack?
I think I'd probably let customers examine the features and capabilities of the native connection to vCenter that you can have. It's pretty lightweight.
Okay.
It plugs into Virtual Machine Manager, and you can take lots of management tasks there. You can control power state of your VMs, that kind of thing. You can do that kind of cloud automation aspects in Virtual Machine Manager. And it does surface, like I say, quite a limited set of metrics into Operations Manager.
It's the metrics that do it.
Yeah, there's only a few metrics, there's no events, and it's not what I'd say customers need for really deep visibility of the health.
So it touches the surface, but you're still not able to go deep enough to do every monitoring aspect from within.
Definitely not. I mean, you could never build capacity planning reports on that kind of information. You need the hundreds of metrics that we gather, and we're aware of hundreds of events as well. We build a rich topology, network maps, storage maps. There's dashboards. That's another big feature of V6, actually, the in-context dashboards that let you drill down all the way into the problems from the cluster to the host to the virtual machine to the processes inside the virtual machine. These are the kind of really advanced capabilities I think you need if you're really serious about monitoring VMware health. Okay,
Alec, I think I'm obviously convinced. I hope customers can be convinced too. So yeah, maybe next time we'll look at for other for a demo. Maybe we'll do and really show the difference in the dashboards capacity planning. We'll make sure we'll have some video on that too. But it was very nice talking to you, Alec.
Likewise.
Let's enjoy one of our last days here in Saint Petersburg. For me, you're staying here. You live here.
I pretty much do. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you? Where do you originally come from?
Scotland.
Scotland. Okay. So you left a cold country for an even colder one. That's the whole point.
Where next? I don't know.
Yeah.
Further north, I guess.
The only thing further north is Siberia.
Don't tempt the boss, he might open an office there.
Yeah. Okay, Alec, thank you very much, and we'll see for next time.
Cheers.